I got to address this issue that there's a certain demographic of black folks that all they see is criminality and drugs and violence, and they're in at-risk environments and drug-infested environments, criminal. So all they see so that all they can manifest is more of that because that's all they see. First of all, let me just say that's the biggest crock and the biggest cop-out I've ever heard in the history of cop-outs. That's one. Two, I heard Les Brown back in the early 90s say, when you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Right? Think about how powerful that statement is. When you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. That statement alone sums up anything else I could say about this notion that because you live in an at-risk, ghetto, low socioeconomic environment, all you can produce and create is more ghetto, low socioeconomic, and criminal environment. That's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. The majority of people in this country who have become wealthy or self-sufficient have done so coming from low socioeconomic environments. The majority of millionaires in this country are bootstrap millionaires, where they came from little to nothing and created something. There's just so many examples of how that is just not true. But here's the biggest one. Even in some of the worst or the most impoverished, let me say not worst, the impoverished in communities here in Dallas, South Dallas, Pleasant Grove, every apartment complex, project, low, Section 8 housing down there has a property manager who comes to work every day, who's a leasing agent who leases out apartments. They have a maintenance team, a porter, a maintenance man who maintains the property, a porter who cleans up the property, housekeeping people who make apartments ready and clean them up after residents move out. They come in and they clean them. There are bus drivers who take people back and forth on the dark light rail and on the bus station. The mailman who comes and delivers the Social Security insurance checks and welfare checks and all the other kind of checks that people get and all other mail. The people who work in the fast food restaurants, the Williams Chicken, the McDonald's, the Korean store, the bodega. There are people everywhere in that environment who are not hustlers, criminals, gangbangers, thugs. So what is this foolishness? What is this adoration for criminality from black folks? Like that's all we know how to do. Like that's all that's possible for us. That's a lie, black people. It is a flat out lie, and the truth ain't in it. So please, please stop making excuses for the foolishness and the choices that people are making to embrace criminality. You don't have to embrace the crime that's happening in your neighborhood. There was crime in my neighborhood. People know me. People know my family. Some of the folks from Southwood and Glenfield and East Garland, Parker Circle, Davidson Circle, Richard. Look, there was plenty of crime, plenty of stuff for me to get into, but I didn't, because I simply said, you know what? I may not know what to do. I may not know what to do to be successful, but I know damn sure well what not to do. To go to jail, to get killed in some kind of drug deal or violence, or get some girl pregnant, or do something just gonna make my life more difficult. So everybody in the hood can make that conscious decision. They can make the exact same decision that I made. Stay away from the crime and try to do something else. That's it. It ain't rocket science. You making it all complicated. You gotta have a degree and all this. No, you don't. All you gotta do is stay away from the crime and do something else. Develop some work ethic. Take some value to the marketplace. I raked leaves. I cut hair. I swept hair at Stark's Barbershop. I recycled cans. I made sandwiches. When I was old enough to get a job, I went and worked at McDonald's and flipped burgers. I mean, I worked. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. I delayed some gratification because guess what? I wanted some Jordans. Hell, Jordans came out. I was in high school when the first Jordans came out, and that kid walked through school and them black, white Jordans. everybody was like, what? You think I didn't want some Jordans? You think I didn't want some rims to put on Old Blue? Or to go get a paint job, or just to go get my damn sunroof fixed so it didn't leak on me when it rained? But I knew stealing or doing something illegal wasn't going to help. That was just going to make my situation worse. So look, please, stop it. Stop it. Stop embracing criminality and start embracing functionality. Start embracing the things that will make you a fully functioning human being in this society, and you will see your life change. And all you have to do is embrace the principle of manifestation. Change your thinking, raise your standards, because your thoughts determine your feelings, and your feelings will determine how you take action and how you move in the world. Your actions and how you move will determine the results that you get, and then those results will go back and bolster what you believe in the first place. Thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, action leads to results, and your results determine your beliefs. That's it. Start with that. That will change your life. That little tidbit, that little principle right there will change your life. And then just subscribe to stuff like this. Subscribe to more content like this. There are plenty of self-help, positive. I mean, please. I didn't have the internet. I didn't have access to this information 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was up and coming adolescent, teen, student, athlete, trying to make it. Now this stuff is everywhere. You have no excuse to not plug into tactics and information and strategies that can change your life if you're living in a low socioeconomic environment. Quite frankly, if you're living anywhere, if you're in the middle class and you want to go to the next level, the same information is applicable. That's what I'm doing. I'm in the middle class and I'm fixing to go to the next level, because the same information I use to get here is the same information I got to use to go to the next level. So that's it. Let me know what you think.